All right. What's happening?
Hello.
Great
Good
to
morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone.
yes, sir. Great to have you all here with us. And for people that don't know me, my name is Ryu, RYU. So I'm one of the Syndicate trader inside the Syndicate private, and I'm hosting today's live session as always with our another Syndicate trader, Andre.
Nice to see you all. Welcome to the stream. All right.
So we have here Pavel Yanko says, I took your gold trade on last stream, can't wait for today. Man, great to see you here. And let's see what the market's gonna bring to us, because we caught a beautiful gold short, which I'm gonna get into it. Gavin, Ronak, Dominic, Dobry says, hear from your Telegram, I want to join your VIP soon. As I said, great to have you here as well. And let's see what today's session's gonna bring us. Diaz, Daniel, epic build, great to see you here, man. Kobe, IG, Danny, Reinhardt, great to see you here, and welcome to everybody. Okay, so what's happened this week so far in our Telegram? Of course, I mentioned the gold setup that we took. Look at that beautiful setup. 3R banked for the day. Have a really great buffer for this session, this upcoming session. I mean, this current session, technically. We are in a New York session. Started with the analysis, of course. We've been absolute bang on with the gold and euro USD this week so far. And we have our Pavel, our G here with his crypto. He caught a really beautiful Solana trade in our live session on Tuesday. So that was really great to see. And you can see all the other members as well took the gold trade. Dominic, bang on with 2 trades here. Nauman, and a lot of people as well. This is the Pavel's Solana trade. Look at that beautiful setup. Yeah, we've been absolute bang on with the precision, even though when the market could be kind of slow. So we've managed to be quite patient, quite precise with our entry and exits, and that really has helped us in this quote-unquote sideways market condition. So
Yeah.
great to have you all here. Lauren, okay. Great to see you all here. Should we start with the Goldie? Dollar, as always.
Yeah. Sure. Let's start with the dollar, man.
Of course, yesterday FOMC, and we've been mentioning that market could be kind of sideways until that FOMC, which was also interest rate decision, which the interest rate remained the same as the forecast we had. So it was also Kevin Warsh new, which he is the new Fed chair. It was his first speech, and you could tell market was basically waiting for that meeting to be over, or at least to begin with. And look at the dollar, massive push up. This is like 0.9%, 0.92%. So quite a big jump here, close above the previous weekly level. And basically this week we wanted to see that pullback to the either previous daily value high or previous weekly value high, because this level always ends up getting some sort of resistance or support depending on the context. And basically we wanted to see that cleaner pullback for the continuation here, but ended up pushing up, which was still as expected. And on the Euro USD we actually caught a trade here. Not sure why this is not loading up, but basically this was our trade. Ended up in a break even, but ended up playing out quite nice after that. You can see hit our 1 hour, pulled back, and ended up just melting and melting after that. So the bias was correct. Unfortunately, things like this happen. Even on a 1 hour time frame, you could have entered from basically here, and would have been a quite nice trade. Look at that, 3R to the pip. So if one time frame fails, you can still try to get in on the time frame above it, and even on the 30-minute showed a very clean entry model here. So the reason I end up not re-entering the Euro USD was because we were focused on the gold, which, as I showed you guys, we caught a beautiful 3-hour trade, but we're gonna get through that as well when we go through the analysis. Sup Shaz, Alan, Gal Nation, great to see you all here. But that's about it on Euro USD. Now it is back at that daily demand. It's quite deep inside it, so I'm not really confident this daily is going to hold it, but it was quite a nice demand until it was holding, and I do actually want to see a pullback to that daily supply that was created yesterday with this super bearish closure here. That would be a really healthy continuation of the trend, something like this. So now we have to be a bit patient, see if this one can pull back or it's going to continue to drop from here. But if you have anything else to add, Andre?
Oh man, I fully agree with you. Same plan. Same plan, man.
And let me know in the chat, what is your guys' bias on the Euro USD or the dollar in general with everything going on? Thanks so much, Shaz. And you can see also, guys, in the pinned message on the chat, in case you guys are interested in the VIP or the Syndicate private, just shoot a message in the support chat. Yes, support chat, and we will guide you from there. So shall we move on to the Goldie, our favorite?
Yeah. Let's see what Goldie has for us today, man. Looks quite good today as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's start with Goldie, eh? So yesterday evening, or depending on your time frame or on your time zone, we made a poll actually, with this range that you're seeing right here, right? That was sitting right below the gap, and we asked you, what would you do? A lot of you answered that you take a long from here. Very well. And for the ones that answered different, no problem. We are here to teach you guys. So basically, before going on the actual analysis for today, this was a beautiful range, and the fixed value high that you are seeing right here, look at the reaction that it had on 1 hour, and I will go on the lower time frame as well. And now check this confluence from our indicator, the valuation scanner, undervalued on 1 hour, undervalued on 30 minutes, undervalued as well on 15 minutes. Wait, loading a bit harder. Let's go back on 30. Right, that would have been a beautiful trade. Beautiful. 2R into the Sunday open, aka weekly open, or if you wanted to target a 3R, easy. Very nice trade. So for today, let's go to the weekly time frame. And if you guys remember, if you were here on the last stream, you heard me and saw me speaking and showing you this weekly supply zone. Okay, this is where it reacted again to it yesterday at FOMC. Right before FOMC, made this high to cut out all these highs from here and basically from the last week as well, and then dropped. Yes, it found support into this range. So in case it drops below it, of course I'm going to look for a continuation, but of course I'm going to look at dollar to see if dollar also is showing some strength, and that will mean some possible continuation or weakness, if you want to call it, on gold. So yeah, either this range right here, right, or if we are selecting the previous week range, you see that we have some two low volume nodes here, and this low volume node aligns very well with what happened with this range here and the reaction that it had yesterday post FOMC, and also this low volume node here. This, you can call them valleys or something, you name them. Low volume nodes, valleys, you name them. And this is right now where it's rejecting from, right here. Low volume node or high volume node. So I'm looking for this continuation to the downside of gold. I want to see it dropping below the fixed point of control. So this is my view on gold. How do you guys see it? Let me know. I think it's pretty straightforward for gold today. What is your do you have anything to add, Ryu, on gold?
Pretty much aligned. I just whenever you're done wanted to show the gold trade that I took.
Yes. Please show it.
Just give me a moment. Okay. Just before I start showing my trade here that I took on a gold earlier on the session inside the Syndicate private, do me a favor, fam, smash that like button. This current live session or live stream is public, so let's get into the algorithm. Smash that like button. Yes, sir. Thanks so much. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, but let's call it R or Rear. Alright, let's get right into it. So, actually I want to show this because showing this will be even better. And so, before the session started, this is the analysis that I shared, and that was basically dollar. I wanted to see a closure below current weekly value low, and also Sunday open. I mentioned in the alright what it takes the text below. So that's basically exactly what happened. I waited for the closure below Sunday open and the current weekly value low, and the 1 hour time frame, it was quite heavily overvalued here against the dollar using the valuation scanner, and you can see how accurate this thing is. I mean, look at this overvaluation, look at this undervaluation, and found the bottom yesterday after that massive drop. And what happened before that? Overvalued against the dollar, found the top before dropping, right? So we all know, especially people that use this, that the accuracy of this valuation scanner is absolutely spot on. So when I saw this candle closure here on a 15-minute/30-minute, that's exactly what I wanted to see. So that made me a bit more confident to enter on a 5-minute. And look at that, one closure, two closure, retest the current weekly value low to get the previous candle high. I wanted to be a bit more cautious or wait for that proper confirmation, so I put my entry here rather than here, which would have been also a nice one. So stops above the high here, targeting a 2R, which was basically the Asia session. You can see using our Shadow Intel session map indicator. Look at this, this is the Asia low, so slightly around our 2R trade. So I ended up taking half of my position out here and let the rest run until 3R, which was my initial plan as well. But you can see it dropped way lower after that, so could have gone with way more risk to reward, but not being greedy is actually very important because that can really bite you back in your trading career. So as long as you can compound your profits, be done for the day or maybe for the session at least, that's the way to do it. And don't be greedy, because we all know being greedy can really bite you back, basically. Look at that, Desmond's in the house. Just shared your stream to your IG. Nice, man. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. But that's pretty much about it. Pre-aligned with Andre, and of course that weekly supply we've been mentioning for quite a while now, a couple days already. And you can see how the rejection, and I have also this trend line which aligned very nice and tapped into both, got rejected, we were past FOMC. So this was really nice trade, and even on our previous session we actually did took a gold short around this area, which ended up being a 2R, so a winning trade, and that was an amazing session. And let's see what this session will bring to us as well on Goldie.
Yes, yeah. The volume is good, to be
Yes,
honest.
yes.
In gold, quite good. The reaction from the Sunday Open is very good, but also that 5-minute range, it's looking quite good. It already reacted from it, so it is dropping right now. But also, if you take this swing right here, the swing POC of this whole move from the top of Asia session to the last low, your swing POC right here, very nice reaction. So yeah, if you guys want to talk about gold, if you have any questions about gold, about structure, about the indicator, about anything, just let us know, okay? On future, the Sunday Open is right where the swing POC is. Yes, it is. It aligns very well. To the short from there was a quick clean one. Oh, you already got TP?
Nice one.
Please say yes. Please say yes.
Alan said he just took a sell up swing POC. Amazing, bro.
Oh, nice. Right from the same swing, right? Nice. Very nice. We're aligned, right? Nice. Congruency at its finest in the syndicate, eh? Nice. Very well. Yeah, bro, at the bottom, didn't want to be greedy. Nice. Nice. Big shout out
100%.
to Warren. Big shout out to Warren. Great win, man.
Yeah. Greed is actually very important. Our last session was a perfect example, right? We said don't be greedy, hit our take profit and reversed and basically went all the way back to the entry.
Yeah. Bosco, if you go to the Telegram, in the free Telegram, and you scroll a bit up until 11th of June, you will find a post, and I will show it to you right now. So just scroll a bit up. Let's see where is June 11th, 17th. Let's see, it's not that far from here. No, this is 16th. And we have there a video about the volume profile, how to use it. Okay, this is it, right? If you want to find it faster, just click on this magnifying glass here, which is this search button, and type right here unlocked, all right? And it will find you this video, okay? And if you want to see the settings, just scroll just a bit above and you will see, where is it? This post here. These are the settings. If you want right now, just you can screenshot this this image right here. Screenshot this and then go watch that video. Drop an emoji on that, all right? Perfect. All right. What else we have here? Good morning again, Skinny D. Skinny D in the house. What's up, man? Welcome. Are you expecting gold to go down or revisit POC? Well, I'm not expecting nothing, to be honest, because in the market, in this market, in the financial market, actually in general, you have to trade what you see. We can make predictions, yeah, based on um, the weakness that gold has shown lately. It is a possibility to drop, right? But it has to get some help also from the dollar, because dollar and gold are most of the times negatively correlated. And you can see on my screen right now. 1 second, let me zoom out here.
You can
You can see,
anticipate, not predict.
yes, you can anticipate. Very well said. You can see, right? Gold is going down, dollar is going up, right here as well. Sorry, post FOMC right here. Okay, you see it. Dollar going down, gold going up. Now dollar is pushing up and gold is going down. So this is a negative correlation between the two. Not all the time, but most of the time they are negatively correlated. So as I said, based on the recent behavior and the recent positioning of smart money, yes, gold might come lower. And as I said a bit earlier, if it drops below this range, yes, I'm going to look for a continuation to the downside. That 1 hour rejection though, yeah, looks good. Looks good. This 1 hour, look at this top wick. Huge. Very nice one. Very nice one. Now let's see what happens. If it can break these lows right here, let's see what happens at the next lows, which is basically the lows from yesterday after FOMC.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If you can take out the low, then close above that value high again. Could be quite interesting if it's also undervalued as well.
I wanted to say the exact same thing. If it becomes undervalued, this is the 5-minute time frame. Right now it's in the overvaluation territory and you can see it dropping. Actually, look at this overvaluation here in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
When it tapped the swing POC, that was a textbook trade.
Absolutely.
Consolidation, then it drops, then it comes back up to revisit also this range here, because if you select this range here, you can see that's also the same POC, but it's also the swing. As I said earlier, you take the swing from the Asia highs and the low from today, and you had the swing POC right here. And look at the rejection plus overvaluation. This would have been a textbook entry here.
Creature says the reason why I didn't take the trade was because we don't use order flow. We actually use order flow. We use order flow all the time in our trading.
Yes.
So you might be new here, you might not know, but we use volume profile and
yeah.
order flow.
I will show it to him. Look at it. It is right here. Okay, euro. Okay, this is euro. Right. We're using it right here. Right. But we are using it as a confluence, okay?
Yes, exactly. That's what you wanted to say. There we go. Now you know if we use order flow.
Yes,
you can always ask first, because yeah, a lot of people think candlesticks is all they need. I mean, I agree with you 100%. Just the candlesticks doesn't give you the full context, but the order flow is definitely something that give us that ultimate confirmation.
Yes. All right.
No worries.
If you got these guys are awesome with order flow. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, we are trying to provide you the best possible content and the best possible concepts, so you guys can can master them and become profitable or more profitable.
100%. It's that extra layer, right, with the order flow. So they always
Yes,
tend
yes,
to
yes.
explain with the candlesticks, which is what most people at least understand by the basics. And with a deeper layer, we go through the order flow and other stuff as well. But let's see what we have here. I'm gonna go through NQ.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to NQ and to show another level that we called since when? Since when? Sunday. Yes, since Sunday.
Yes,
Oh,
very beautiful.
look at that. Don't mind at first this range selected that you are seeing here. Okay, it's actually deleted. So in the free Telegram on Sunday, when we made our analysis, we selected this range and we said, pay attention, this is your key level for the next week. What happened yesterday at FOMC? Where did NQ found support? Right into the previous week's value area high. Boom. Yes, we were aware this is an opening gap here, but your previous week value high was right here. Boom. That's it. Another trade. The same thing as on gold. The exact same thing. Let me zoom out. Range, value area high, gap closed, found support, boom. Previous week selected, gap, price came down, found support in the previous week value area high, and there it goes. Up again. So for today, let's open the session map indicator. Let's select this current week from Monday to yesterday's close. This is how we select it. Or if you want to go all the way, you can go all the way, but usually we select it from the opening to the closing of the previous day. So this is the current week point of control. You can see that is gravitating now around the current week point of control. So for this session, to be honest, I am looking at a continuation to the upside, and it's also because our seasonal forecaster is showing a continuation. Look at it right here. Okay, look at that. Yesterday top, today's top, yesterday bottom. Look at it. Today we are bullish. Let's see if it comes, if it plays out according to our seasonal forecaster, which is an indicator that analyzes past behavior and cycles and makes predictions. All right. So if you see this one here, this bottom here was here before the price was here. So let's see what happens today if you are continuing to the upside. But I'm not only relying on that indicator itself, I'm also relying on the price action. So the fact that it's holding support into this previous week value high, which is also where buyers and sellers kept battling. Okay, you can see it right here. Let me zoom in. Oh, not you. Right here. Price came down, then it came up at the same exact level. Sellers stepped in, and again they stepped in right here. Surely this week we opened with a gap, but when it found support right where sellers lost the battle. Okay, so today I want to see two things at the 4-hour candle closure for the futures chart. Okay, the 4-hour candle closure on the CFD was right now. Okay, right now, 40 seconds ago. So for the futures, I want to see the 4-hour candle closing above current week value high or above the current week POC right here. If it's closing below, it is a possibility to go visit some lows, maybe take out these lows right here, and then possible to continue to the upside. But if it's closing above current week point of control or above current week Vera high, yes, your all-time high is right here. You can see it, okay? So the reason why I'm keeping this range right here, it is because, what is this? Is it yesterday? No, it is 2 days ago. This high here reacted perfectly into the fixed Vera high of this range. So this is the reason why I'm keeping this one here, to see if we have another reaction at this previous high. So to conclude, I am bullish biased on Nasdaq today based on the price action. So let's see the 4-hour candle closure after the New York Stock Exchange open. We have the New York Stock Exchange open in 29 minutes. Let's see what happens. Let me know, guys, if you are aligned, or if you have another plan, or if you want to talk about something with the Nasdaq.
We got a really good question from Yankov. Isn't this Larry Williams talks about? Basically, is it what
Yes.
Larry Williams? Indeed.
Yes. Most of the premium indicators that we are using are inspired by the actual Larry Williams, the legendary
Yes.
Larry Williams. Seasonality, the COT reports, because he was one of the first, I think it was the first one to bring the COT reports in the financial markets. Yes, back then there were the grain markets and so on, but there are also seasonality, right? The grains are seasonality. So yes, most of them are inspired by Larry Williams, so including this valuation indicator. Krishna, we just talked about gold, but simply put, we are looking for a continuation to the downside if it drops below this range here. But in case if it found support again in this range, if you paid attention yesterday when we made that poll in Telegram, it was this range. Okay, this is where it found support and provided a very nice setup late New York. So today, now we want to see if it comes back to the same level. We want to see if it finds support again into it, and also according to our valuation scanner indicator, if it becomes undervalued again. You can see that with this drop right now, it's in undervalued territory, but it's not yet undervalued, sorry. So we will look on multiple time frames, 1 hour, 50 minutes. It's also very close. So let's see what happens if it reaches this area once again. So this is our bias for gold. I mean, two scenarios, right? Not actually biased by two scenarios. If it finds support here, we are maybe looking for we are going to look for a short pullback to the upside, a quick in and out. But if it drops below this range, and especially the fixed POC of this range, yes, let's see the continuation to the downside. Because fundamentally speaking, even though the war is, let's say, over, because the deal was signed, as we saw. Also, Ronak made the post for you in the free Telegram, so you saw that the deal was signed. Still not showing that strength. So fundamentally speaking, gold is still weak. But let's see what happens at this. What happens at this level here? If the macro profile shows value migrating higher, but the micro footprint shows aggressive sellers trapping below today's point of control, do you lean on macro structure or wait for micro order flow alignment? So if the macro profile shows value migrating higher, but the micro footprint shows aggressive seller trapping below, well, in the first case, if the macro profile shows that value is migrating higher, it's clearly that they will go to that zone. If the volume, let's say the point of control is migrating lower, that means they want to trade lower. But if it's migrating higher, yes, they want to trade higher. And of course, with the help of order flow, if you see the sellers getting trapped below, yeah, sure, and it aligns with a good key level, a point of control, a value high or a value low, depending on the structure. Yes, sure. That's how you combine them.
It also really depends if you are going for that quick in and out, or if you're gonna hold it for longer or
Of
not.
course, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Quick in and out, if the sellers are trapped below the PLC, could be a quick reversal to the upside. Definitely can take advantage of that quick reversal.
Of course. Hey guys, how have you been? Welcome, Braden. I'm coming back to trading. I said there was a split. Yeah, no, not a split. It's all good. Yes, we are trading here, man. We are trading here. You will see us here two times a week.
Yes, for now, at least.
Tuesday. For now, at
least. It might change, it might be more.
Of course.
100%.
But time will tell. But we'll most likely go for more days.
Yes, 100%.
What is the indicator? Can I use to see the valuation? Krishna, this is called the valuation scanner indicator. If you want more information about it, you can click the message that you see that is pinned above. You can click the pinned message, okay, and our support team will guide you further.
Yes, sir. Alan is asking about US 30. Should we move on to that?
Yes, sure. Please be my guest, man.
My baby, US 30, my favorite. US 30, it's been quite, you could say, choppy ever since the weekly open. You guys saw Andre talking about Nasdaq coming down. Did you say that it filled the gap, right? Sorry,
Yes, it's completely filled. Yeah.
Filled. Well,
but
US
down, I say.
Yeah. Well, US 30 didn't really. So I'm still expecting to this gap get filled. Either it could be today, maybe next week, because tomorrow it is the bank holiday, so I'm not expecting a lot of movement tomorrow, especially in the indices. But you can see that I marked the current weekly value low, which is getting rejected basically right now, and I will most likely wait for the New York Stock Exchange open, but we do have this range to work with. I do want to see if I want to go for that short continuation. I do want to see aggressive open, taking out the London high before reversing, closing below current weekly value low. That would be a bit more textbook for me. And if it does, of course, close above this range and it retrace into it and then continue, then this could be a quite nice continuation setup until the current weekly point of control, which is where the most volume was traded this week so far. And that definitely could be a really interesting target. And I haven't seen any new supply getting created, so I'm not going to be too bearish biased. But as I said before, there's a really nice 12-hour demand here that I do want to see getting tapped into it, which it almost did yesterday. But it is still there. We do have that gap there. If you mark the the demand week to body, definitely could go there, feel that opening gap, and then if we see the potential break of structure here or the reversal and more demands getting created, then I would be a bit more confident about the continuation here. And seasonal forecaster showing the potential top, at least short-term top, in the 24th of June. So either I'm expecting just to range around this area or tapping into a demand before continuing to the upside. But for now, I just react and trade to what I see. And so far, as I said, I see this as this more rangy type because it hasn't really left this area. If US 30 was more into that momentum phase, you could have seen US 30 making way more higher highs and higher lows. and basically that's where you can capitalize a lot, because you can get those big risk to reward ratios. You can see when US30 starts to trend, it just goes. But as I said, we have still about 19 minutes to New York Stock Exchange, so I do want to see it could still also push up to this range, which we do have the current weekly point of control. We can mark also the fixed range, the value low right here. So if we see push up here, and looking at the order flow, if we see a lot of maybe buyers getting trapped here or sellers stepping in, that could be a really great moment to get involved over there, especially even if it does this move here. You see a lot of buyers trapped at the top and sellers stepping in here, here, then most likely I will definitely take in this continuation to the downside, at least to take out this previous daily low. Can expect with BTC. Sure, you can go to Bitcoin too.
Yeah, sure.
This
Are there Bitcoin traders or crypto traders in here?
Yeah.
Drop a one in the
Yes.
chat if any of you is trading crypto.
Yeah. Let's see. Or maybe if I can add, I prefer lean macro for location, but wait for micro alignment. Buying blindly ignores the proof of that aggressive sellers are officially trapped. Yeah, 100% agree with you.
Yes, and
There's a. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, please. No,
No,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a lot of times like macro could be still bullish, but there's a lot of potential contrarian setups that you could take as a short setup, for example, until you see the more confirmation. Let's see more demands getting created in a higher time frame, more previous daily level getting respected and making higher highs, higher lows, right? In that case, I'm 100% with you, and we can play that continuation or momentum phase, right? And you can potentially hold for a longer risk to reward ratio for a swing trade. If you trade CFD, even if you trade futures, you can still have a CFD account and just hold the same trade and swing it. That's what I do a lot as well. But a lot of the times, for example, if macro, let's say it's bullish, but the micro confirmation is not there yet, you might not have a trade for a week, for 2 weeks. If that's fine for you, that's totally awesome. But not a lot of people take me, let's say, 1 or 2 trades a month, right? So there's could be a lot of possible setups in the intraday perspective, basically. But also, again, I don't go for a big risk to reward ratio as well if the macro is against me, right? It would be really not responsible of me trying to go against the macro trend, which doesn't really make sense at all. So I'm 100% with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, and just to add a little bit on top of that, this on macro, this is exactly how Ryu said. This is where supply and demand comes into play, right? So as Ryu said, you can take a contrarian trade, right? But for macro location, this is what we are using, the supply and demand dynamics. Supply demands from 8 hour up to the weekly or monthly or 3 monthly, because actually the 3 monthly candle is closing this month, right? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Interesting. So yeah, this is where supply and demands on the hard time frame come into play, and not simple lines but boxes where actual volume was traded. And I can show you a lot of examples, and since we're talking about gold, I can show you a lot of demand zones and supply zones that got respected over time. Like for example, look at this one right here, right? And I can go behind this one here, okay, 2 times, and actually look at this retracement here. How much was that? Let me close this. Why doesn't it work? What's that? 9% retracement right from the weekly demand zone. Because if you see here, this is how we spot them. You have a rally, a base, a rally. This is where the sellers and buyers fought. This was an indecisive candle, and then they lost the battle. This is where the institutions came into play right here. So a lot of volume was traded here, right, in these two candles at least, and this is where the buyer stepped in once again. And the most recent example is this weekly here, right? You have drop, base, drop. A lot of volume has been traded here and here as well, and you can see these two reactions right here. Let me zoom in. See them? Look at this beautiful tap here. Perfect. And the second one this week. So as for locations, yes, this is what we are using, the supply and demand dynamics.
Yes.
Yeah, Rio, wanna go a bit over BTC before the New York Stock Exchange Open? As Krishna answered.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm more into holding Bitcoin, but on an intraday perspective, I'm always watching because a lot of the time I can find the perfect, not the perfect, because no trade is gonna be always perfect. A lot of good entry for my holding. But before we go, I just want to show this. While we were talking, look at one of our members inside the Telegram. He just posted Bitcoin sell. What a beautiful trade. Look at that. So Favinci, if you're here, brother, great job. You can see he also took that gold trade. Look at that. Look at that. Absolute beauty. So GG if you're here, brother. If not, I hope you watch this later.
Yeah, man. Favinci is killing it.
Yeah, he's
absolutely
doing
killing
really
it.
Good. Let's go through the higher time frame because I called this potential reversal here, like while Bitcoin was dropping, and let me tell you why. See this weekly demand here from 9th of September 2024. We get all those rejections when the demand got created. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th here. So I knew, based on the recent or the previous reactions, I knew we were going to see at least some sort of bounce from here, and that's exactly what happened here on June. You can see on June the monthly candle, right? And then going to the daily time frame, I was like, I need to see a demand getting created at this area before I start jumping into the Bitcoin, right? And then you already can see 12-hour demand, right? That's cool, but let me show you what was my entry. At that time was the previous weekly point of control, which is where the most volume was traded, and then from here to, I believe, right here. So we take from the Monday open to the Monday open of that next week, and then look at that, man. Look at that beautiful rejections. 1, 2, the third one, right? You could say, oh, inverted head and shoulders. Yeah, that could work too, but volume key levels doesn't lie, man. That was a perfect entry. 12-hour demand. You could have entered here. That would have been an absolute beautiful swing trade, right? So a lot of the time on a higher time frame I use the supply and demand, and when it comes to the intraday perspective I use more volume profile, order flow for that execution type of stuff. So currently we do have this 12-hour demand. Beautiful rejection. I mean, look at that. Not even a single 12-hour candle closure below. Absolute beauty. You can also choose this daily demand, which is also valid, but I really like this 12-hour demand rejection. Moving into the hourly time frame. So from now on, I personally do want to see more demands getting created, like on a 12-hour or 8-hour as well. If this one closes above this candle, I would say we have a good one over there. So let's check the current weekly level. Right here, you can see all or most of the volume was traded in this area. So the point of control where the most volume was traded, the value low and value high, and this in between is basically the fair value, they call it. personally, for the further continuation of this move, I do want to see the closure above POC and then the value high and then the continuation. That's where I'm like, okay, we could still push to the upside. Also, we do have this trend, it could break, right? So there's a lot of confirmations we need to see first before pushing to the upside. So let's check the previous weekly level. I'm interested in that too. Didn't really tap into the point of control, but it did tap into high volume node. You see, when you see big spikes like this, that's where there's a lot of volume there as well. So you can mark that one as well. You can have the high volume node and low volume node. Let me take up this 12-hour demand here. So high volume node, right? So far the rejections are nice, and I will mark the previous weekly value high because that's where I want to see the price closing. So you can see how many rejections it's been having here. So this is going to be an important level to break above it. So right now, using as a resistance, you need to break above, use as a support, and then the continuation. That's what I want to see from Bitcoin. And then starting to shift the structure here, making higher highs and higher lows before continuing this push to the upside. Let me know if you guys align. And if it pushes up here and gets rejected from a daily supply, then I would be a bit more cautious into longing the Bitcoin because it could get rejected from the previous weekly level and basically push down, right? So Bitcoin is at a point that we need to see a bit more confirmation because that daily supply is right about here, which is where a lot of volume is traded current week so far. Yes, and our
Very nice, man.
amazing. Not the usual things we hear over and over. Yes, man. Of course. As long as we can explain an easy way that you guys can understand, that will basically stick to your head for a long time. So that's what the goal is, right? To make it simple, not too complex, but of course using the proper confirmations or strategy, I could say, or whatever you're gonna use on a daily basis. So
Yeah.
let me know if you guys align on Bitcoin.
Yeah, in regards to the base drop, Ririzin, is this how you call your name? Ririzin, I think it's correct. If you guys are in the VIP, or if you want to get into the VIP, we have an educational video series that it's currently ongoing, and we'll keep uploading more videos in this series. So far we have the volume profile, a 24-minute video, and
Pure value.
another with, what is this, a 23rd minute on supply and demand. And on the supply and demand video, you will learn how to spot these supply and demand levels. Like I said, drop base drop, rally base rally, drop base rally, where reversal points, where reversals are happening, and you can spot supply and demands or up there or down there depending on the market structure. This is the volume profile video, a 24-minute video where you learn how to plot your volume profile on the daily, weekly, previous day, previous weeks, early previous days, or early previous week, which means any previous week, and swings, ranges, sessions, and so on. And after that, we'll go over correlations and relative strength, which is currently in the making, and it will be released these days. And as well, macro positioning, COT data. You will learn how to see what smart money is actually doing. Okay, not only by price action. You see, oh yeah, impulsive candles, smart money positioned there. Yeah, but how? Or is there actually a positioning to the upside, or is it manipulation? You will learn how to spot these things inside the private syndicate. And also you will learn how to use all the indicators, because we also have tutorials for all the indicators that we are using. You can see them here. Okay. So if you guys decide to join us, we have the library awaiting for you, and you will learn these things with us. Okay, let's see. 4 minutes until, yes, almost 4 minutes until the New York Stock Exchange open. And Goldie is still playing at this swing right here. This swing. Is trading view loading a bit hard for you? My volume profile is loading a bit hard when I'm switching time frames.
Mine
No?
looking fine right now.
Yeah. Yeah, look right here, the high volume node. Let's make it like this so you guys can see it. Border a bit lighter. Look at that. The swing POC and all this activity here is because on the previous week a lot of volume was traded here as well, right here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And here as well. Wow, look at that. How beautiful is the line with this range, man. Let's draw another one. Look at that. Let's close this one. Not this one, this one. High volume node, where a lot of volume was also traded. The point of control of the previous week is up here, where this week is it basically range before dropped on NFP. But also here was traded a lot of volume, and you see the reactions it had here, but also yesterday at NFP. Boom, this range here and this low volume, high volume node here. Volume, guys. Once again, volume doesn't lie. It doesn't lie to you, man. All right, let's see what happens in 2 minutes at most.
Yes, sir. And by the way, for the new people that are here for the first time, you can also join our free Telegram group. Just you can click on the link that is in the description, and you can basically join our free group as well.
Yeah, sure. And since we already talked about gold and this support that it found in this zone and this range, where is the pole? Look at it. See, yesterday we asked you see this setup on gold right now, and this is what you asked. See, this is the level. Look at it here. Boom, this was posted yesterday. See, when I see that volume doesn't lie, and at that point here dollar was in a weekly supply zone. And remember what I told you a bit earlier about the negative correlation between the two? Dollar was in a weekly supply right at this point here, and gold found a great support into this range. Dollar came down from that range and gold reacted accordingly. Perfecto.
Okay, New York session. New York Stock Exchange.
Right now. Boom.
Look at that high being taken out.
On gold?
No, US 30, sorry.
US 30. Yep, look at that.
I do want to see it. Look at that, 15 overvalued, 5 overvalued. I like this. If this one closes below current weekly value low, I'm definitely gonna give this one a shot. If not, if it pushes up to the current weekly point of control and gets rejected, that's quite a nice place as well.
Yes. I agree with you, man.
Definitely like that one.
Yes.
I will mark that range is fixed value low as well, just to see the reaction first. it could easily get tapped there and gets rejected. So let's see.
Yeah.
But do you guys see how we use the valuation scanner as a confluence, not purely based on the indicator? We don't go, it's overvalued, we sell, it's undervalued, we buy. It has to align with something, either a key level rejection, supply demand rejection, maybe a range rejection, something in that manner.
Yes.
Learning here already. Well, that's a great thing to hear, Dobry. That's a great thing to hear. Look at that. This is the first step that I told you guys, right? Earlier for the US 30. I wanna see London highs being swept. Boom, London high. Look at that reversal. So you could still push up here and then drop. That is also another scenario, but based on this kind of swipe, I would love to drop here actually. And this was a very obvious one that New York would potentially push up with the pre-New York taking out the London low and then going to the upside here. Was 15-minute undervalued? Yeah, basically. 5-minute as well. No, we just wait patiently. You don't chase after setup. Market scenarios, you wait for it. And if you see what you had planned, then you execute. Right? We are still up for the day with that gold trade. There's no need to force any trades as long as unless the setup aligns with what you already were looking at. Sashwin, we already went through the gold, but basically what we are looking at is the potential swipe of this previous daily low, which not sure if that's gonna happen today because of this push currently to the upside. We already caught a beautiful short on gold earlier, and we also showed another potential entry right before, was it before the shrimp, right? 5 minutes before the shrimp from the point of control. Basically this would have been the entry. Even a tight stop loss would have worked. Yeah, 2R, boom. So now we patiently wait, see how New York Stock Exchange is gonna develop. Look at that. I do want to see this 5-minute closing bearish and then pushing down. And while we wait for the setup, if you guys have any question, feel free to drop in the chat. And for the people that are new here and maybe found our stream on the YouTube, you can join our free Telegram group by the link in the description as well. Let's see. Drop in the chat if you guys trade US 30 or Dow Jones. I wanna see. I know a lot of people trade Nasdaq. I wanna see how many people trade US 30. I see my scanner is not with the same information. What are you using the comparison symbol as? Cause for the indices, we use the bonds, which is the ZB1. This one, the ZB1, and I use on a normalization window of 50. That's the only thing that I personally changed. Nas, Alan says yes. Dover says NQ Gold Bitcoin. Oh, nice. Those are nice one too. Look at that. Now that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's exactly what I want to see.
You only trade gold? Nice, nice.
Gold is nice too.
How does nice? Yeah. Is it possible you send it in the general chat of the Syndicate Telegram? Real?
Sure. Screenshot here. There you go. Just send it. Like this, I feel like it's more predictable. Yeah, especially if you trade only one asset, I think over time you really understand the pattern and the behavior. That's basically how I am with the US 30, right? I've done a lot of backtesting, a lot of live trading as well. So I really like the patterns and behavior, and every person with a different personality, you will like different kind of instruments to trade as well. But gold is quite nice. I trade gold basically every day as well.
M4 2K2, do you see gold selling to 3,500 or trying to go to new all-time high in summer? Well, first of all, it is highly unlikely to do that in the summer because usually during the spring and summer gold is lacking that volume, but I'm not saying it could not go to the all-time highs. But to be honest, I kind of doubt, and we can look at a pattern. So let me close this. Let's go on the weekly time frame. Let's close this as well, and let's turn on the seasonal forecaster indicator, which, as I said earlier, it's an indicator that it's analyzing past behaviors and past cycles. In case you guys didn't knew, there are cycles, okay, in the market. So let's see, where is the spring starting? Let's say first of all it is here. Let's make this line a little bit thicker and lighter. All right, or actually no, let's do it this way. Let's do some rectangles so you can see it. So from here all the way, let's say up until here, let's say the summer, okay, let's say August. Then let's do it like this, background a little bit like this so you guys can see it. This is the first one. This is the first year. This is the year of 2022. Yes, 2022. So now let's go further and let's see the next year again, then the next year, then let's see last year. See, this is the spring summer for gold, and you can clearly see that during spring and summer usually gold tends to go down, or it's basically ranging. The same thing happened for all these years, for the last 4 years, and this is the current year, right here. Look at this top. This is the top that our seasonal forecaster predicted, and look from where gold is dropping. So it is a very good possibility for gold to continue, then to range, and then to pick up at the end of the year, how it usually does. So I see a possible continuation to the downside. 3,500 will be right here at this breakout. Let me close, take all these out, and see where 3,500 is. It is a possibility to visit this big range here on the weekly time frame, where this massive super bullish trend happened last year. So based on the seasonality, based on the cycles, based on the patterns, it is highly unlikely for gold to rally to the all-time highs during the summer. Close to the end of the year, yes, it is a possibility. If the war is not continuing anymore, yeah, we saw the deal was signed, but who knows? What can you trust these days, eh? So let's see. During summer, possibility for continuation. We'll see if it goes to 35 to 3,000. Who knows? But this one here, the 3500, 35, 36, let's say, it is a possibility to continue going lower. But it also depends on what dollar does as well. So let's see. This is blowing my mind. Well, this is true, man. This is actually true. You can see how these cycles tend to repeat over and over and over again. Okay, cycles are real, very real. And if you go to the daily time frame, this indicator works on the daily and the weekly time frame. Look at the accuracy of this one. Okay, top predicted. This is your top. Bottom, top, bottom here, pushed to the upside, then a top here, then a bottom when the trend resumed. And here, when those $3 trillion got liquidated, what the indicator showed us? A very good top. And also it was highly overvalued on the daily time frame, right here on our valuation scanner. And also combined with the macro positioning on the COT data, we also saw these things coming over, and hope I can still we can still see it. Let's see. Let's go on the weekly time frame and see if it come on. It's looking a bit
Just
hard
to
for me.
remind you guys what Andre said, all these lines weren't plotted after the move happened. It was all predicted before, and we actually used a
Yes.
lot of this. Personally, I was in a gold, well, mainly silver as well, swing long for about like a week or two when everything was basically shooting to the upside, and that was one of my deciding factor that I wanted to close my swing trades. And basically, all these lines were plotted way before the move actually happened.
Yes. Yeah, the indicator makes predictions. Okay. I know that it might be for your first time here, but we were talking in the previous streams on NQ, and I told the guys that were in here, pay attention on the June 11th. There is a possible top for NQ, and that's exactly what happened with NQ. So
Mm-hmm.
coming back to gold, that you saw that top on seasonal forecaster, which was here, and also overvaluated against the dollar, which was right here. But previously, between December 2025 and 10th of February, these are the large speculators. These are the big money. Okay, before this move, okay, to the downside, the large speculators closed around 100,000 contracts at that time, which is huge. And we know based on this COT report that something is going to happen soon, because that move, what I said, 30th of December, 30th of December, where is it? Da, 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 da. Let's see. 29th December, and I said the end of 10th of February, 10th of February, all the way here. All right, first drop, then it continued going a little bit, no follow through, and boom, came down. And we knew this is going to happen. When you see large speculators closing a tremendous amount of contracts, being let's say even if the price is in a downtrend or is in an uptrend, you know that something is going to happen soon. They're laddering out of the positions, they are taking profits at the tops. Large speculators are in this business to make money, big amounts of money. So this is how we pair all the indicators that we have: valuation, seasonality, positioning, and so on. So yeah,
Yes, Yankov, all these lines were before the price actually was there.
how was retail at that time? Let's see how was retail at that time. Just let's wait a little bit for it to load. I don't know why, but my trading view is loading a bit hard today. I don't know why.
No worries.
So retail, look at retail, what retail was doing on 24th of February. retail was buying a lot here, a lot. So they were caught here. They were really caught at the top. Their net positioning was going higher, higher, higher. They realized what that only 19th of May they started to close contracts, a lot of contracts. Look at that 41, 40, 38, 35, 38, 38, 38, eh, so on. Only here on 19th of May. Where is 19th of May? 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago. Only here they said, oh, the trend is bearish. Oh, you don't say. The gold is down trading for 2 months at least. So retail is on the wrong side of the market most of the times, guys. We don't want to be those retail traders, okay? This is why we work with this type of indicators, because we don't want to be those 95% of the traders. We are trading differently.
100%.
Right, now let's get back to our chickens.
Yeah, I'm almost at break even, guys.
Oh, you were executing on my back. Nice.
I told you,
So,
below the current
yeah,
weekly
let's
value
see.
low, I was gonna get in. Let's see.
Wow, look at that.
Order full looks
Beautiful.
nice. Below the VWAP. And yes, Yankov, who was it? No, Riris. You might heard the order filled. Well, it was order rejected because when I was putting my order, the price slashed through it. So I waited for a pullback and then I entered basically. Let's see if we can get that follow through. But same scenario I mentioned, you guys. London high being taken out, closure below, then boom. That's exactly what I executed. Let's see, the 5 looks good, 15 still in that overvaluation territory. I don't like this current pullback right now, but I wouldn't like the sellers getting trapped here on US 30, but if this candle closes bearish, I most likely will hold this trade, but if they get absorbed, most likely it's gonna push up and then drop again, which I would be fine if I get stopped out here. I don't really mind, because I went
Yeah, but
with
you still have that point of control in that 15-minute candle, which is has a very good top wick. And in case of a potential pullback, your stop loss is a bit lower, right?
yeah, lower.
Okay.
That's why I said the PLC is way higher. Not worth to for me to
Okay.
put stop loss that way.
No.
Too
Not
big.
at all, man.
Exactly what I said. Yes, Yankov, I told you. US 30 is my baby. Gavin said your silver trade was insane. What was your risk to reward again? Yeah, my swing trade was about 40 R. So I had about 12 R in one of the swing and another 18 R in about another trade. That was, to this day, still one of my best trades so far. So it's not gonna be a trade that is gonna happen every time, but hey, whenever the trend is there, we take advantage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's see, we still have the 4-hour closure / 1-hour closure. If this one pushes up, I don't know about it. Could stop me out, to be honest. But if this one closes below, I'm still willing to re-enter. Yeah, it's gonna tag me out. Don't like that last minute 5-minute closure. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
What?
We still have 10. we still have 10 minutes for the 4-hour closure. So yeah, it is a possibility to.
Yeah, it's still possible to push up here. And oh man, imagine surviving this. That would be crazy though. But it is fine if it goes below. We still have the 15-minute potential entry. So if this one, let's say, do a spike up and then close below, and then next 15 opens up, break below this 15-minute, I'm willing to re-enter because yeah, I went with a tight stop loss, as I said, so I don't mind really if that happens. I'm using the
Yeah,
profit that I made for today.
of course.
But
To answer to
yeah,
no,
yeah,
so go
I'm
ahead, go
out, man.
ahead. You're out. No worries, man. It was worth taking it.
Yeah,
Let's see the 4-hour candle closure.
yeah, this
To
was too
answer
good.
to Daniel, the colors. How can you customize the colors? Can you show it to him how he can
Of
customize the
what?
colors? I think the valuation. Yeah,
Are you
on
talking about the
valuation.
valuation?
Yes, but I don't. No, the heat map. No, I don't think you can change the heat map. Ah, yeah, you can.
You
You can.
can,
You
you
can.
can, you can.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
you
you
can.
can just come here. Positive heat map color, negative heat map color. You can change it there, and also if you put, let's say, a line here, you can change the line color here. Imagine how calm this are. I mean, yeah, that's trading, man. You don't have to be emotional. If you get stopped out, it is what it is. A lot of the time, your A plus setup could still take you out. Doesn't mean
Of course.
because it's A plus, it's gonna make you some money. But what I said happened. London high taken out, drop below. We still have a chance to re-enter here. If this 5-minute close below, I would love to see this 5-minute closing below and the one after that as well, because that would align with the 1 hour / 4 hour closure. And then in that case, I'm willing to enter something like this, right? Because the 15-minute, if it closes below, that would be really nice, and I actually like this, and I could even target this low here, which could be slightly above 2R. We still have that VWAP that is holding. Too much bubble.
And also to Dobrion, I think I said your name correctly. One trade doesn't define you as a trader, right? One loss.
Yeah.
We are sticking to our system, which is a proven to work system, and we execute it.
Yeah.
So one loss, it is what it is. Take it and move on. You don't think about it.
I mean, I'm still up for a day here with that gold trade. So one loss.
Very well said.
So be it.
Yeah. Very well said. And Yankov, you too as well, man. Very well said. It's important how you end the month and how you end the year. If you are green, that's it. You're good.
Yes. That's basically every trader, right? Show me a trader that doesn't get a stop loss or a losing trade. That one is the one that you have to be worried about. If some trader says he never has a red day or a losing trade, yeah, run away from that person.
Yeah. And just think about that. If you are going, let's say, okay, just saying, if you are going with a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio for your trades, you need 50%. You need 33% of your trades to be winners, so you are break-even trader.
Yeah.
Right? 32%. Anything above that, you are a profitable trader.
Yeah.
Profitable trader.
If you lose 2 trades in a row, all you need to do is have one good trade and you're back to break even. So
Yeah, there are some who never had a stop loss, only a graveyard of blown accounts.
true. Yeah. I'm not gonna hide the fact that it was a stop loss, so every trader gets stop loss. It might be a bad entry, cool. I'll wait for a re-entry. If there's no re-entry, I'm done for the day. I'm still up.
Yeah.
Let's see if this 5-minute flips bearish. I like it.
Looking good. Looking good, man.
How's the order flow looking? Yeah, good. I like this POC here.
Yes, and actually is right into the current weak point of control on order flow. And all those buyers trapped at the top of the previous 5-minute candle is looking good. You see them. Yeah.
I might give this one a shot again. This 15-minute got overvalued again. I like it. I like it. Targeting that low. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Right, what is gold doing? Okay, let's see how this 4-hour candle is closing. Looking good so far. Right into the swing POC, how we marked it out. The previous 15-minute candle closed with a good top wick, very good top wick. Let's see how this 15-minute is closing. It could provide a continuation to the downside, but the room is not that big for a TP unless we are going on a 5. But for that, I want to see maybe a retest again of the level. Actually, let's mark it out on 15 minutes so the volume doesn't shift. Right, this is it. This is your, what is it? Swing point of control. 5 minutes. Let's see. Let's see the 4-hour candle closure. 2 minutes. No, yeah, 2 minutes. Not entering on the before the 4-hour candle closure, because if you guys were here on Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday, it was that NQ closed below a key level, and 1 minute before the 4-hour candle closure it was above our key level, and then seller stepped in and took the price lower. Where is it? I think this one. Yeah, right here. I think, yeah, this one right here, these candles that you are seeing here. I think at that point it was the previous day point of control. Let's see, where is it? I think this one. Yeah, see, look at it. This is the previous day. It was the previous day point of control at that time. So the 4-hour candle was up here, and 1 minute before, boom, it closed below and took the price the other way. So this is why it's important to wait for the 4-hour candle to close. And this is what we are going to do again. Right now it's below. Sorry if you heard that noise. Sometimes noisy cars are going to the
sound
street.
nice.
Yeah, it does. It did. Yeah. So yeah, let's see how it closes here. And also on gold, let's see if it's closing below the swing point of control. I would like to see a 4-hour candle, on futures. Okay, on spot it will be the 1-hour candle. 1-hour candle opens, finds resistance into the swing point of control, sets the top wick for the hourly candle, and then a continuation to the downside. Let's see. The candle opened. The candle opened. How is the dollar looking for you? If we are talking about this moment right now, not really good, but not really bad either. It would be very, very nice for this small range to be broken, and maybe to do something like that. Let's mark out this, let's say this 5-minute range. It will be the fixed value high will be right here, right? This is it. Let me make it a little bit lighter so you guys can see it, and like that. Actually, let's make it purple. So it would be very good to see it doing something like that. Okay, claim this level, then buyers stepping in at this level and continue going higher. As of now, it doesn't look like it wants to do that because on the exact same range, it is the fixed value low. Look at that. You have your consolidation, then goes, it went down, buyers stepped in, no follow through as of now, and it looks like it wants to go lower. Let's see. Which in this case could be a continuation to the upside if gold comes back down to this range, to this range. Actually, yeah, to this range, because it's the range that we talked about today, right? This one here, and the fixed value low high, sorry, of that range. So let's see what happens. Looks like the 1 hour went straight up. It created the top wick right here, and now it's dropping.
Same bit Dow.
You're in.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
That high taken out, stop us on break even actually.
Nice. Let's see it.
Quite nice. I told you the timing might be bad, but the trade's still valid. This candle took out this previous high, so I ended up taking a limit order right here on the break, as I said. And if you look at the 15-minute, guys, same setup I shared, right? Closing bearish, top wick, boom, drop. So now we need to see the follow through. For now, I'm targeting a 3R because the volume seems to be quite decent. And
yeah.
My honest opinion is it can actually take out the previous daily low, but it really depends if the volume is going to actually continue, right? If the volume dies out at this low, then I'm definitely closing, and I don't really care if it's gonna drop later or not, to be honest. So order flow looks good. VWAP holding. I mean, you can see where I stopped at, right? Quite on the pip basically, and ended up flipping bearish. So it is what it is.
2R would be right into that previous low, eh? Nice.
Yes, 2R at that low, which is quite nice. Let's see if we get that follow through right now. That's all I wanna see. How's the valuation? 15 really good. 5 still not that bad. Let's see.
Yeah. All right, guys. Because maybe some of you heard that powerful car going on the street where I live, and you like the sound of it. I want to show you something. Ryu, can you show my screen, please?
Sure.
Yeah. Drum roll, please. This is our boy Ryu. Check it out, guys. This is the white car is Ryu that you are having here
The
on stream with us.
Skyline 34.
Skyline 34, man. Look at that. Look at our boy. Our boy is drifting, man.
Still a beginner.
Having the best time of his life. That doesn't look like a beginner to me, man. To be honest. Doesn't look like a beginner to me. Look at that. Beautiful, man. Love it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, life is not just all about trading, right? You might like football, volleyball, basketball, whatever is your hobby, maybe gaming. I mean, you don't need to be 24/7 on trading. That's gonna make you crazy.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious? Yeah, kinda. I mean, I live in Japan. I'm always around cars. So, that's my average life, you could say. Look at that.
Looking very good, man. Very good.
Looking juicy. Nice. see. This POC might be a bit in our way, but let's see. I don't like that point of control. Yeah, this one too on a 30 minute. If we close below this one, I actually kind of like it. If we don't close below it, yeah, this could easily get rejected.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, yeah. But let's see, man. Like, you are break even, you said?
No flips bullish, then I think it's gonna go to that high again. Appreciate you, Gavin. Yeah, drifting tour, JDM tour. Just hit me up. All we need to see is just one whoosh to the downside. Like the last trade.
Famous whoosh, with the gold trade. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, that 5 minutes might be a pullback, but it is what it is. What about this swing, to be honest, could be rejected. Oh, okay, seems like it's going to be a break even. It was worth the try though.
100%, man. 100%.
Break it. Okay.
No. No.
This
it could still come down.
Yeah, man. This 50 minute, it's gonna flip bearish. Just watch.
Yeah, it hits the VWAP, then it reverses.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, the gold one was a good one actually, but yeah, as I said, I don't like to execute before the 4-hour candle closure, so. But you can see the buyers are stepping in at the exact same level. So it's kind of creating a range right now, and I'm really interested to see what happens with this range, because if it's the case for the price to come lower and retest the exact same level, so this could be the manipulation, maybe to a possible continuation to the downside, to the upside, sorry. At least, let's say, to the Sunday open, maybe, but let's see. Let's see what happens. It's all this range here, and it's possible to do something like that. Let's see.
I don't understand this blue screen. What do you mean by a blue screen? Daniel. I might be willing to give Dow another chance. Last chance, to be honest.
How does it look on 5?
Doesn't look bad, to be honest. Especially if it flips bearish.
It will be good to flip bearish and close below the point of control of that previous candle. Come on. Yeah, doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad.
Make that top weak and then drop. I might give it a try, to be honest.
15. Yeah, it's that 15. 15 and 5. Is it the same point of control here? Yes, it is. Yeah, looking good now. Looking good.
No, it's gonna drop. Just for a context, guys, I usually, well, based on my journal and my trades, a lot of my trades are either go to TB or just break even. So that's why I always move my stop loss to break even at 1 hour. But there are some exceptions to the rule, like if I see the continuation volume, I might re-enter. But most of my trades, when they hit TP, I'm usually basically just stay out because either it goes to break even and then goes to stop loss, and or it doesn't even come back. So I prefer to always put my stop loss break even, just guarantee myself, and see what's gonna happen. Right now,
Yeah.
looking good. Hopefully we get that follow through right now. I would love that.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's a charm, I guess. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate your feedback, Dobry. This is why we do this kind of stuff, right? And this is just things you see on stream, right? We do this every single day and share every single day these kind of setups and basically analysis in our Telegram. That's where we are a lot more active, right? Because we are live twice a week, right? But I'm really glad that you learned something. Let's see, third time the charm, I guess. The current push looks nice. I like it.
Yes.
That's the whoosh that I wanted.
Nice.
If I see the volume dying out at this low, I will close. If not, that previous daily low still looks quite juicy to me. Yeah, stop loss already on break even, so risk-free trade. If it goes to break even again, I'm done most likely for the session. I'm not going to force.
Sure.
Looking at Goldie, look at that drop. Beautiful. Quite nice.
Yes. I'm watching. I have an alarm set at the fixed value high. See what happens there.
Yes.
Valuation doesn't even move, to be honest, on 15. On 5 it is, but let's see what happens if the sellers are pushing through this level. Ankit, you are long position in Tesla. Are you? Let's see the Tesla, man. Let's see the Tesla. Where is it? Tesla. Indices. Tesla. Long. Aha, I see it. Look at that. Boom. Fixed value high. Look at that.
Beautiful. Sorry, just quickly to explain to Daniel. Now I know what you mean. This one, right? The blue and white. So this is the order flow. It's a bit more complex than just a candlestick. So you can basically see why this candle, for example, right now is red. You can see the buyers, the sellers. You see these bubbles here. So the green bubbles are the amount of the buyers stepping in. The red is the sellers. If you see a lot of buyers getting trapped at the top, that means they are not really able to push the price to the higher, so they get absorbed, and you see the price pushing down. You see all these buyers stepping in, they're not really able to push the price down. Push the price up. That's why this was one of my reasons that I entered this trade, right? Because I see a lot of buyers getting trapped. It's below the VWAP. And this side you can see the buyers and sellers, you see? So when the box is red, that means there's more sellers at that specific place than buyers. So this is something a bit more complex than just the candlestick itself.
Yes, it's the deepest layer of volume, and this is also what we are going to cover in our educational video series.
Yes.
The Syndicate system, if you want to call it.
Yes, and just...
I mean, that's how we call them.
Yeah, sorry. Just to let you know, order flow by itself is not a strategy. Order flow, see it as an extra confluence, right? Kind of like an X-ray vision. You can't really just go see, oh, a lot of buyers stepping in, I'm gonna buy. Oh, a lot of sellers, I'm gonna sell. Trapped buyers, I'm gonna sell. Not technically how it works. So there has to be a bit more context into how you're using it and why you're using it. I'm gonna mark this area here with that POC.
Nice. Are you 1.5, 1.8?
Yeah, 1.5. Currently up 1200, so let's see if you can hit TP.
Nice.
Building the
one
buffer.
More swish.
Yeah, one more swish.
Killing it.
just to make sure, guys, let me know in the chat if the analysis is easy to understand. I know there might be some words maybe you haven't heard before, or it's maybe might be new concept to you, but drop a 1 in the chat if the analysis that me and Andre are doing is easy to understand, and maybe it's something interesting for you, basically.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, right from the lows pushing up.
Yeah, to go that low.
Yeah,
If this
did
one
it.
flips bearish and drop more, I'm going to trail my stop loss actually above here. I don't want to risk it too much. Yeah, look at that push. It could still push up to this POC. Let me mark it. This is point of control. When I say POC, that's where a lot of most volume was traded in that candle. You see that rejection? Instantly.
Yeah.
That's instant.
I'm okay. I still need more time to learn though. Don't worry, man.
Yeah, don't worry.
That's why we are here.
Yeah.
Any question that you guys have, don't refrain, okay? Nobody is going to judge you. We are here to help you out. And I'm new here. Please, what pair is this? And can I make an entry now? This is the Dow Jones, the US 30. And Ryu just explained his thought process because it closed, the 4-hour candle, it closed below our key level, and that's why he took the short. Regarding your, let's say, the second question, and I can make an entry now, this is something that you have to decide for yourself. Right now it seems like it's making a short pullback, also being undervalued against the bonds, the ZB1 ticker right here. So this is why it's pushing a little bit higher right now, but this is something that that you have to decide for yourself. I think it bounced at the same, yeah, same point as before. Yes, exact same point. But as you showed you, it's reacting from that point of control of that candle.
Let's see. If this one, as we said, flips bearish, I'll move my stop loss above that. If not, then most likely break even and done for the session. Still up.
Yeah, sure. Still up for the day, man. No need to
Force.
Yeah, sure.
Daniel, we are streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays for now, so just you can keep an eye on the Syndicate main channel. I know you're in there. We always announce our next stream order.
Yeah.
So the order flow is one of the indicators. Could say so. Order flow is more like a confluence than just your random indicator.
Alan, I didn't back test them with yields, but you can try and see how how it works. Yeah, sure. Dollar and bonds work very well with the indices. With yields, yeah, you can backtest it. Actually, indices work very good with the VIX.
Yes.
If I am not wrong, let's see. Let's put here at the symbol number 3. Let's put the volatility index and see how it looks. Yeah, look at that. Volatility index. Undervaluation pushed higher, overvaluation pushed lower, overvaluation here pushed higher. As well here overvaluated, and then a small range, then a small drop. So yeah, it works with the volatility index as well. But the most accurate for me, at least as I back tested, is the bonds on 50 normalization window.
Yeah, might
Yeah.
be another
How about
break
you deal
even.
with the trade? Yeah, let's
Might
see.
be another break even. It is what it is. Not every day is a clean, easy trade. If we get a nice drop right now, I would really like that.
Yes.
Do we have anything else around this area? Let me delete the London high. Yeah, previous day. Oh wow, look at that swing value low.
Yeah. Beautiful.
What about previous daily? It's way higher. There's no strong key level in between. It's just that lacking follow through itself. Might
Yeah.
be a break even, as I said, but it is
Who
what it
knows?
is. Who knows?
Maybe this 5-minute candle makes a surprise and whoosh.
Yeah, we need that whoosh miracle to the downside.
Thank you
1050.
for being here, Daniel. Take care, man. Yeah, family always come first. So we're waiting for you here. We'll always be here.
Yeah, the POC is quite strong. I do want to see this 15-minute at this closing below. If it doesn't close below, yeah, this is gonna just shoot up, take me out, which is what's gonna happen right now, I think.
What do you guys see on S&P 500? Same thing as NQ. Of
Okay,
course,
out on break even. Okay.
going yeah, break
Yep,
even.
yep, break even hit. Two break evens.
Yeah, it didn't want it, man. You
Yeah,
can see it going up and down, up
no
and
need
down,
to
up and down.
force if it was actually
Yeah,
to follow through. But the bias was pretty damn spot on. Told you guys to watch for that London high, reverse, boom. Unfortunately, there wasn't a clean key level around this area for me to enter, so that's why I wanted to see a proper closure below that, and then basically dropping. And I said that watch out for this low, to the pip, exactly to the pip, and now it's pushing up. Yeah, to the pip, equal low, boom.
yeah.
So like the follow through, it is what it is. How's the valuation? 5-minute undervaluation. You're spot on.
Spot on, yeah.
Once again, the valuation. And now look at Goldie. Took out this low.
Yes. Took the lows. Yeah. And now pushing high. And while again is also undervalued on 5 minutes. Yeah. I like your management of trades and how you stick to your rules. Well, this is what makes you a profitable trader, right?
Yeah. There are days that you're not gonna get that clean trade, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes good, sometimes not good. If you get everyday good trades, then I mean you might be in a good streak. So I've had many weeks that I didn't have any losing days, but when the losing streak came, they came pretty hard. So let's see, maybe Goldie. I wanted to see that fixed value high getting tapped, the one that you mentioned. But let's see. Let's go tap into that view up before dropping. Yeah, man, it is. We have to be honest, right? There's no point of lying and hiding the P&L, because what's gonna be the difference of us and the people that lie, right? And if we do that, it's not, we don't really resonate with the actual traders, right? We know most of the traders, like 97-98% of the traders lose money, right? They fail. So you have to be honest. And also, when you want to learn from somebody, you don't want to learn from those gurus that are emotional, that are just shouting everywhere. like I mean, they might be entertaining. Are you gonna learn from something from them by them shouting and being emotional? Not really. So you just have to be, not because of other people, you just have to be honest with yourself. Alright, let me show quickly the gold trade again for the people that didn't saw this, but
Yeah, maybe there are new people that
yeah.
came here earlier and didn't saw the gold winning trade. So yeah, please go ahead, man.
Yeah. So we caught this beautiful gold short earlier in the session, in the London session, basically 45 minutes after I had shared my analysis. Actually, I want to show this again. So where is it? Right here. I mentioned that I want to see closure below current weekly value low and Sunday open that I mentioned in the description, and just waited for a closure below, right? At that time, 1 hour was heavily overvalued against the dollar, and you can see the accuracy here. Found the top, the bottom with that undervaluation, the top overvalued right before it dropped, right at that FOMC meeting. And seeing this 50-minute closure slash 30-minute closure right here below the Sunday open and the current weekly value low made me a bit more confident to enter on the 5-minute, put the stop loss above. And initially I mentioned that I want to target 3R, especially if the volume is good, and I will take half of my position at the Asia low, which is basically my 2R. Right here is the Asia low. Boom. You can see when it tapped here at 2R, I closed half of my position and let the rest run to 3R. And you can see that it would have been way more, but what's the point of being greedy, right? Take your 3R. If you're risking $100, you would have taken out almost $300 here, and 3 times more than what you risked. So that's actually a really good thing. And decided to be down for a session and prepare for live session and see if there would have been any more possible scenarios. Dow Jones was quite nice, the US 30. 2 break-evens unfortunately, and that one quick loss, but it is what it is. That's trading. Missed the timing of the entry, but the bias was correct. That London high was correct. The people that were here earlier, I said that I want to see New York Stock Exchange opening up, taking out that high, reversing, and then entering from here, and looks like it wants to drop, but even if it goes to full TP, I'm very happy that I was correct in my bias, and I'll move on. I'll mark this one out in my journal. But you can see we trade on a daily basis like this on gold. And if you guys want to watch the previous session, live session on Tuesday, we did took also a gold short, a quick 2-to-1. That was also a very textbook setup on stream, live with everybody in here, and that basically same thought process, same you could say strategy or approach with the volume profile, order flow, and this valuation scanner and the other confluences and the volume key levels as well. So I am really happy that a lot of you guys enjoying this kind of analysis. So drop in the chat if you guys liked today's session. I want to see who is enjoying today's session, especially people that are new here, maybe the first time. I want to see.
To answer to Forex Gold, meantime, right now dollar is overvalued on the daily time frame against euro, and what is important to see is that it took out the majority of the highs on the daily time frame. What I have marked though is a daily supply zone that it's sitting up here. Let me make it a little bit lighter so you guys can see it. Right, you have here, let me pick this up. So you have a rally, a base, and a drop with the third candle closing below the first candle in this 3 candle sequence. So I have this marked out. There are also these highs here that I'm kind of expecting for them to be taken out, and see what the reaction would be here. Now with the valuation on the daily time frame, you can see here on the settings we are comparing it against the euro on the daily time frame, as I said. So you see the reactions that euro had while being overvalued on the daily time frame. Let me zoom like this, and you see up here when the daily supply was created, it was overvalued. Then it came down, undervalued, overvalued. See, almost each top that dollar found, it was overvalued or undervalued against euro. And now today it became overvalued. So let's see what happens next. As I said, I have this daily supply here. I don't think I have a weekly. Yeah, technically it is in a weekly supply zone. You can say that this would be a weekly supply zone as well, but I think it has some room to go a little bit to the upside. So let's see what happens. If this one gets broken, it is a possibility for a retest to what Ryu said earlier, the daily demand that is right here at the bottom. This one right here, let's call it daily, and let's make it a little bit lighter. So it either does this, it goes higher, deeper into the weekly supply, but as I said, it's also a daily supply somewhere around here, or either right now, because it is overvalued, as I said, it comes down. And let's see if upon the retest of the daily demand, buyers are stepping in again and they want to drive dollar back up. There are some fundamental things to keep in mind, like the war coming to an end, possibly, even though the agreement was signed between US and Iran, and this could soften the dollar. As you know, during the war it acted like a safe haven asset, so this could soften the dollar and we could see it maybe pushing even lower. What is important, if it comes down to retest this daily demand zone, it is important if up here, let's say, if this, let's say it is the top, if it creates a supply at this top, and then if it comes down to retest the daily demand, then it goes back up and retests, let's say, a daily supply, and then comes back down and takes out the daily demand, yeah, there is a possible continuation to the downside. This is how you work with the macro time frame. When you see the price continuously making demands after demands, yeah, you know that that asset is bullish in this case for dollar. But then if it starts creating supply after supply and they get retested, yeah, you know that sellers are in control and a possible downtrend is on the horizon.
Very much aligned with you. Let me know if that made sense. Forex Gold. So
Yeah, of course.
Looking at pretty much the same thing as Andre. Just quickly to answer, what was it? Dobry. Yes, I'm to R up for a day because as I said, I took 3R, around 3R, because I closed half a bit early. So I'm up, let's say 3R on gold and minus 1R at that quick loss on US 30, and then 2 break evens, which usually I take only maximum 2 trades a day, but that was basically the re-entry. But anyways, yes, I'm up 2R for the day, and let's see. Tomorrow is gonna be the bank holiday. Not expecting a lot of movement, but you never know. A lot of time could still make a lot of
Let's see
movement.
what news we have tomorrow. Actually, are there any news? Let's see tomorrow. So yeah, Juneteenth. Yeah. So not expecting big volume maybe tomorrow. And as I can see right now, the volume kind of died down.
Yes.
Nasdaq doesn't want to go anywhere. Gold is ranging right here, so nothing for now, not even on the lower time frame. Yeah, you can spot these tops and bottoms. Look at the valuation. Wow.
Absolutely.
Overvalued bottom. Overvalued came down. Undervalued bottom, and seems like it wants to go higher. Crazy. Yeah, on the lower time frame there are some plays, but riskier. So yeah, not that volume that you'd expect after the New York Stock Exchange open.
100%. Yeah, thank you guys for the feedback here. Really appreciate you guys liking the session. And that's basically how we trade every day, every single day. No, we don't change strategy every day. We stick to one thing and one thing only, and we just build our edge around it, right? There's no point of hopping strategy to strategy because that's not gonna make you profitable, right?
Of course.
Again, thank you everybody, especially to the new people here that joined us. This was, you could say, the first live session to the public. So appreciate you guys joining in, and of course appreciate everybody that came from Telegram, either the private or the main channel. And we had a really great session today, basically, just like the last one. Tuesday session was really banger as well. So drop a
Of course,
big
man.
W
Of course.
in the chat if you guys enjoy the stream, and stay tuned, of course, in the Telegram because we will announce our next stream for sure. Drop a big fat W in the chat. I want to see them. And also don't forget to like the stream as well. Smash the like button
And to subscribe.
and
If you didn't
subscribe.
subscribe yet, subscribe
Yes,
to the channel. Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, guys,
All right.
appreciate you guys joining again. Hope to
Yeah.
see you guys in the next
All
stream.
right.
All right, have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. See you in the next one.
Cheers.
Take care. Bye bye.